I've always liked to play with fire. I've always liked to play with fire.
Hola a todos los activados que siguen mi canal. Acá les dejo con una entrevista de Wade Cameron y su obra Melvin the Mischievous Mongoose y también la participación de Miss Belén que nos acompañó. Espero que la disfruten. Acá les dejo la primera parte.
It was a very good book because it basically lets kids know that they go through a lot of things throughout their early years. But if they see things like this book basically tells you about certain things that we can learn from, lessons that we must endure, certain things that we must learn about ourselves in order to grow. I think this is a very good children book for children. So I really love writing children's books. So that's only my first one, but I'm working on my second one as we speak.
Wow,
So it's
that's
not only
great.
just one. It's not only one and done, but it's gonna be various situations. First day of school, visit to the doctor, um, different scenarios throughout early childhood. Being afraid to go to the dentist and having the courage to go to the dentist when you're one. Those stories, right? So it's all
But
about those.
hey, wait, I have some question for you. Why did you
Sure.
decide? Why did you decide to write books for children?
Good
Why not
question.
teenagers or adults, people? You know, why children?
Yeah, very awesome question. I think that it's important as young children, as they grow up, they must have, they have to have a sound sense of foundation, right? So without foundation, how do you see yourself later on in your years as you get older, right? So
Yeah.
everything's about the foundation, right? So if you give kids a very different outlook in the sense of like things that we go through as we're young, and if we show them these things that all children go through, I think it's important that they know they're not alone. Like, oh yeah, I hear you. I see I see what you're trying to tell me. I see what you're trying. The lesson is in the story. So I feel like it's important to get the early years, the foundation years, the most important years.
Mm.
From years 4 to 9, those are most critical parts of a child's development. So I feel like these books will help them grow into the persons they need to be as they get older. So
But
it's all
but
about
but why books? Why literature? Because you can maybe create an app,
that's
magazine.
true.
Why books?
Well, because I think I want something that they could hold on to, so they could pass it down. Let's say, example, they have children later on. They like young children now, right? The thing about it these days that most of these children only have apps that they can read. But what happens is what they have is they read it and they forget about it, right? Because
Yeah.
it's so easy to get an app and read it, and then at the end it's like, okay, I read a story that was good, but if I have something in the physical form that they have, they could always go back to it. And also, it's important that as they get older, and let's say one day they have children, that
Mm.
doesn't stop there. It continues to,
That's true.
like kids here have
Yeah.
books, So
And then when you grow up, you can take this book and read it again. Some days ago, I found a book my mother used to read to me, and I get so emotional. It was very moving to
mhm,
find a book and to read it again. It's very important
yeah,
to
and just
have
like
it that could
yeah,
last
like
time.
you guys know the book like Clifford the Big Red Dog or Dr. Seuss. I want it to be like that, where it doesn't really you want it to live on forever, not just like one moment of time. You want it to continue growing. So like future generations can enjoy those stories, pick up those stories, oh, this book was written in 2010, but these lessons still go on even today.
Yeah.
You know, about
Yeah.
the importance about meeting friends, meeting the right people when you meet them, how they make you feel, how they change and impact your life. Those are important things that all children need to, pay attention to because it's not easy, and the world keeps getting more difficult. This technology, so they don't have anything to really physically hold on to. So I just want to keep the tradition going of having something that they can always have with them.
I think I realized when I was teaching something English, especially in at a school, I realized that you said children need to have something to touch, you know, for example, a
Yes.
book or something to imagine, because everything is done, an app or
Uh-huh.
video or whatever. But sometimes I miss all the books as well. Maybe this generation need to have or need to be in touch with the books as well.
Exactly. And
Mm.
there's studies show that when children have something physically they can touch and flip through the pages, their minds operate differently compared to just reading the app. Because with the book, when you touch it and feel the pages, you're able to imagine more. You're able to feel more. You're able to understand the story more than if you just read through the app and then that's it. You know. So I want to keep the old tradition still going. But I also have it on the apps. Don't get me wrong. I do have that that
Yes,
availability for them, but I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
want them to lose the essence.
Mm.
I don't want them to lose the originality of it. It's
Okay.
important. Yeah,
I
When
totally agree. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, me too.
yeah.
When did you decide to write books? Because it's not very common to
No,
be
it's
in
not.
front of.
Nowadays,
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
common
Nowadays, it's not
nowadays.
very
Yeah.
common.
Yeah.
Um, can I tell you something? It was something that was kind of I didn't really think about writing a book. It just came to me at a time where I was going through a lot personally, and I wanted to get a lot of things out and to share with the world what I was going through. So I wanted to like share my personal stories from when I was a child until I was an adult. So I thought that because kids are turning away so much and so reliable on the video games, I felt that it's important to go back and get them back in touch with reading because these days young children don't read like they used to. I mean, when I was growing up, it's important. Reading was a very essential and important thing, and I feel like most young people, because things are so available to them, they miss out on the joy of I will need to find out. I need to escape to an imaginary world where people can pretend to be something else that they're not. You know what I mean? The
Yeah, of course.
imagination, the creativity is not there as it used to be. So I wanted to create something where I allows young people to go back into thinking, imagining again, to feel again. It's important, you know.
I,
Yeah.
I, th- I fell in love when I read something about Alice in Wonderland. So I
Oh
can,
wow, classic.
That's a great
yeah,
story.
yeah,
Yeah.
I can understand that
Yeah,
you are saying because you have to transport the kids to another world, a magic world could be or whatever with animals or I don't know
yeah,
magic things.
Sort of animals.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
sort of.
For example, you know who inspired me a lot? Um, what's the author who wrote Harry Potter?
Oh yes,
It
yeah, she's really good.
yes,
I don't know how
J.K.
she
and
could
J.K.
get that
Rowling,
ideas.
J.K. Rowling.
J.K. Rowling, yes,
JK, yes.
and
Uh,
her story was very inspiring because she was going through a difficult time at the time, bad divorce, um, poor, have maybe had like $15 or
Debts.
$10 in her account, So when I first wrote my book, it was kind of based on her story and in
Yeah.
Really?
motivation as well. So yeah, that was part of my motivation somewhat.
Uh, I Let me show you something. I have some books here that I bought in England. This is the full
Ooh,
connection
Harry
of,
Potter.
yeah, this is the full connection because one day
Mm-hmm.
when I become an old man, I'm gonna read these books. But then also I have
Mm-hmm.
this. What do you think about this author?
Oh yes,
Charlie and the
Rolling
Chocolate
Rock
Factory.
Charlie and the Chocolate
Factory.
Factory.
Classic, classic. There was a movie about that. I know you
Yeah,
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 with
yeah.
Johnny Depp. Yes,
Yeah, yeah, we did that.
yeah,
yes.
Yes, and
we can
also
see it.
I have this book is Alice in Wonderland and Lewis Carroll.
Yes,
Mm.
classic.
But
Alice Wonderland.
what do you think about those authors?
Pioneers of storytelling. Those are authors that allow children to fall in love with reading again, I think. Because I feel like as children get away from reading and they fall in love with technology, they miss the essence of dreaming, imagining, to escape the reality that exists. Because a lot of
Yes.
young people don't have an escape because they just see what they hear, they see on the social media. They
Yeah.
believe everything that they see. So there's no more escape, and I feel like books is a perfect opportunity to allow children or young people to escape into a world where, wow, okay, this world at this moment is not what I want to be in, but if I could pretend to be someone I am, then I'm going to be. This is an amazing experience. So those characters made children want to read because they allow these children to escape the reality of what they know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, wait, I have a question for you. Do
Okay.
you have any favorite author?
Good
Which
question.
author would be your inspiration?
Hmm. Well, I also have a poetry book which I wrote. I don't have it with me at the moment, but Langston Hughes was my favorite poet of the 1920s. He was an author who wrote about the Harlem Renaissance during the 1920s and the problems with oppression of black people and people of color. So it allowed me to kind of look into his reality and see how he was experiencing at the time. So it allowed me to write that poetry book. But when I was young, Dr. Seuss was my go-to book. To this day, Green Eggs and Ham, Sam I Am, all those stories, these stories connect with me. Even to as I'm an adult now, I still remember those stories. So this is the reason why I allow myself to create this story because as young children, they get older, they can always go back to something that they remember as a kid. That's like I remember Dr. Seuss.
It's me, Mario and the gang, you probably know my name. And so we start the game, jumping high, ducking low, from the sky to the ocean. How come Peach can't stop being stolen? Need the Firefly or star power now for Bowser. Koopa Troopa, Super Goomba, soon to lose a life. It's me and Peach and Luigi, so you know, stop it, don't rock and roll, let's go, let's go, let's go.